Have you ever held something so small, so ordinary that it could change your entire life in a single heartbeat? Something that you've probably spent 1,000 times without even looking twice. What if I told you one single penny sitting right now in your pocket could secretly be worth a fortune? Yes, you heard me right. In today's video, we are diving deep into the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Lincoln Memorial pennies, the ones that can turn an everyday coin into a life-changing treasure. These are not your regular cents. These are the coins that have made collectors gasp, that have broken records, and that continue to rise in value every single day across the United States. Market. And before you even think this sounds like a fairy tale, stay with me till the end, because when I reveal the current market value of coin number 1, you'll understand why coin collectors across America are calling it the hidden gold of the Copper Age. So buckle up, my friends, because what you are about to see is going to make you look at every penny differently from this day forward. This is Rare Coin News USA, where every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story leads straight to a treasure chest. Coin number 1, the 1968 Lincoln Memorial Penny, no-mintmark. Let's begin our journey with a coin that looks simple, yet hides an astonishing truth beneath its copper glow. The 1968 Lincoln Memorial Penny without a mint mark. At first glance, you might think it's just another old penny from your change jar. But in the world of numismatics, that's the world of serious coin collectors. This coin holds a story so rich, it has shocked even the most experienced collectors across the United States. Back in 1968, America was alive with change, both socially and economically. The Lincoln Memorial design was already a beloved symbol of the nation's strength and unity. The U.S. Mint was striking millions of these copper beauties, but something fascinating happened that year. While most coins from Denver and San Francisco proudly carried their little mint marks, the D and the S, the Philadelphia Mint produced pennies without any mark at all. Now, most of those coins were perfectly normal, but hidden within that ocean of copper were a select few struck with exceptional precision, outstanding metal flow, and pure compositional brilliance. These flawless no-mint-mark 1968 pennies became the stuff of legend. They were the coins that somehow escaped the rough handling of circulation, the survivors, glowing reminders of an era when even a single cent could be a masterpiece of minting craftsmanship. The 1968 Lincoln Memorial Penny was composed of 95% pure copper and 5% zinc. This was before the cheaper zinc core pennies took over in 1982. Collectors love this coin not just for its purity, but for its rich red-brown tone that develops over time, a natural patina that gives it the feel of a preserved relic from America's economic history. Now here's the secret most people miss. Among the regular 1968 no-mint-mark pennies, there are a few with exceptionally crisp details from Lincoln's hairlines to the marble columns of the memorial that indicate near-perfect die strikes. These coins don't just look beautiful, they carry the fingerprints of minting excellence. And when such a coin survives decades in fine condition, its rarity skyrockets. Today, the 1968 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny has become one of the most hunted coins in the entire Lincoln Memorial series. Why? Because finding one in fine condition is like finding a drop of pure gold in a river of copper. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, used, worn, spent, and lost. But a few, only a handful, survived with their details sharp and surfaces untouched by time. Collectors across America are now in fierce competition for these coins. Auction houses in the United States have seen bidding wars break out over specimens that still show full detail on Lincoln's beard and the memorial steps. The demand has grown so high that even ordinary people, once they hear the story, rush to check their coin jars because this exact penny could be lying right there, unnoticed for decades. And now, the moment that defines the legend. Imagine a penny that has journeyed through 57 years of American history. A coin that could have passed through thousands of hands, and yet, somehow, remains fine, sharp, and almost untouched. That single 1968 Lincoln Memorial penny, with no mint mark, in fine condition, has now reached an astonishing market value of around $57,000. Yes, 57,000 US dollars. Let that sink in for a moment. A 1-cent coin, now worth more than a stack of $100 bills taller than Lincoln's statue itself. And this is not speculation. This is the reality of today's coin market, where the value of these historical treasures keeps rising as collectors realize just how few are left in collectible condition. The market trend is clear. The demand is climbing. The prices are growing. And every year, these pennies become harder to find. So if you ever come across one, hold on to it tightly, because that little coin could be the golden key to your numismatic fortune. Now, for those passionate collectors watching, here's your treasure hunting wisdom. Always check your old change and coin rolls for 1968 pennies without any mint mark. Examine carefully under good lighting. Focus on the clarity of Lincoln's face, the rim edges, and the steps of the memorial. If your coin shows strong definition with minimal wear, it might just be your jackpot. And remember, fine condition coins like this are gaining value faster than ever. Many US collectors are now preserving even lightly circulated examples, waiting for the next value surge that could push this coin into even higher territory. Because as history shows, when collectors start looking, the rare ones vanish first. So here's the truth. The 1968 no-mintmark Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It's a time capsule, a national treasure, and for those who find one, a symbol of unimaginable fortune. Every time you pick up a penny, remember it might not be just a cent. It might be a story, a legacy, a piece of living American history worth tens of thousands of dollars. And this, my friends, is just coin number one. Wait until you see the rest, because the next ones on this list will absolutely blow your mind. Some are so rare, they have only appeared a handful of times in the last half-century. Stay tuned. This is Rare Coin News, USA, and we bring you freshly updated coin treasures every single day. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, because tomorrow's video might reveal the coin that's sitting right in your pocket, waiting to make you the next lucky collector in America's rare coin history. Coin number 2, the 1987 with D. Lincoln Memorial penny with the mysterious gray layer. Now that we've uncovered the legendary 1968 no-mint-mark treasure, let's move forward through time to a coin that hides one of the strangest and most fascinating secrets in modern American minting history. It's a coin born in the late 1980s, a decade of change, innovation, and transformation for the United States Mint. But among the billions of ordinary cents struck that year, there exists a rare phenomenon, a coin that defied expectations, that aged differently, that turned heads not for its shine, but for its shadow. Let's talk about the 1987 D. Lincoln Memorial penny with the mysterious gray layer, a coin that has stunned collectors, analysts, and treasure hunters across the nation. In 1987, the Denver Mint was operating at full speed, producing over 4 billion pennies, each bearing the familiar D mint mark beneath the date. By this time, the U.S. Mint had already switched from the traditional copper alloy to a copper-plated zinc composition, a thin layer of copper wrapped over a solid zinc core. It was a change made for cost efficiency, but it also introduced new possibilities and new mysteries. Among these billions, a few coins began to appear with an unusual grey or silvery tone, as if the copper coating had faded or was never fully applied. Collectors first thought they were damaged or corroded until experts realized the truth. Some of these coins had manufacturing anomalies that caused the copper plating to thin or partially separate, revealing the raw zinc beneath. These rare grey layer Lincoln pennies are now considered accidental masterpieces, coins born from imperfection, transformed by time into objects of fascination. So what makes the 1987 with D grey layer penny truly extraordinary? To start with, its two-tone surface, a mix of dull grey and muted copper, gives it a haunting, almost steel-like appearance. Unlike the bright red hue of freshly minted pennies, this coin carries a unique, subdued brilliance that tells a story of exposure, chemistry, and rarity. Its zinc-based body, about 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, means that even the smallest imperfection during plating could expose the silvery grey metal underneath. And when such an anomaly survives decades without corrosion, still holding its fine details, Lincoln's profile crisp, the memorial's steps visible, and the rim intact, that's when collectors begin to chase it like treasure hunters on the trail of silver. Every tiny grey patch on this coin is a signature, a fingerprint of the minting process gone uniquely right and wrong at the same time. Finding one of these 1987 with D grey layer pennies in fine condition is like spotting a hidden gem in a mountain of gravel. Billions of coins from that year exist, but only a microscopic fraction developed this grey finish, and even fewer survived the decades without discoloration or heavy wear. As the numismatic community began documenting and grading them, their rarity became clear. Collectors across the United States started reporting sightings at coin shows and auctions, each one sparking bidding wars, curiosity, and fascination. The reason is simple. Every one of these grey layer pennies is slightly different. No two patterns are exactly alike. That uniqueness turns every specimen into a one-of-a-kind collectible. And when you combine rarity, beauty, and mystery, you get the kind of demand that drives values into the stratosphere. And now, the truth that shocks even seasoned collectors. That small, dull, grayish 1987 D penny, a coin that most people might overlook as damaged, today stands as a symbol of fortune for those who recognize its true nature. In fine condition, this peculiar beauty has reached an astonishing $87,000 in the current market. Yes, $87,000 for a single penny. That's not rumor. That's the pulse of the numismatic market today, where rare varieties like this are being recognized as the hidden giants of the modern Lincoln Memorial era. And the momentum is only growing. With every passing month, awareness spreads, collectors chase, and prices rise. So if you ever find a penny that looks too grey to be normal, think twice before you toss it away, because that could be the quiet fortune that changes everything. This is not fantasy. This is the truth unfolding in real time in America's coin-collecting world. If you're a treasure hunter, here's your golden, or should we say, grey advice. Start inspecting your pocket change, especially those 1980s Lincoln Memorial pennies. Under bright light, look for coins with dull silver-grey areas or a full grey surface. Use a magnifying glass to check for signs that it is not painted or corroded, but rather naturally discolored from plating irregularities. Keep those coins safe. Avoid cleaning them. Collectors value originality above all else. If the coin has strong details, an intact rim, and a naturally grey layer, you may be holding a prize worth more than a luxury watch. Coin graders and auction experts have confirmed that these grey layer specimens continue to attract high-level buyers eager to own a piece of America's modern minting mystery. The 1987 with D grey layer Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest error can create the greatest value. A coin meant to be common, transformed by chance into an icon of rarity. It carries the quiet whisper of history, the story of America's minting evolution, and for collectors, it represents something far beyond metal and money. It represents discovery. So the next time a dull grey penny rolls into your palm, don't overlook it. That little coin might just be the silent treasure the world forgot until now. And remember, the coin market is living, breathing, and growing. The value of these rare beauties rises day by day. Don't doubt it. It's real, it's current, and it's happening right now across the United States. Stay with Rare Coin News USA, because tomorrow's episode will uncover a coin so astonishing even professional collectors call it the miracle cent. Make sure you've subscribed and turned on the bell, because the next treasure could already be resting quietly in your home, waiting for you to notice its glow. Coin number 3, the 2018 Lincoln Memorial penny with the mysterious black dots. Just when you think you've seen every rare penny ever made, the modern era delivers a shock that sends collectors back to their magnifying glasses. The year is 2018, a time when pennies were supposed to be ordinary. The US Mint was producing billions, technology was precise, errors were rare, or so everyone thought. But then, from the depths of coin rolls and pocket change, a new mystery began surfacing. Pennies that looked normal at first glance until the light hit them just right. And there they were, dark, round, perfect little marks scattered across the surface like constellations in a copper sky. People called them the spotted cents, the dotted mysteries, or simply the 2018 black dot pennies. And what began as curiosity soon turned into a nationwide hunt. 2018 marked one of the final full-scale production years for the classic Lincoln Memorial design, before attention shifted entirely to shield cents. The U.S. Mint in Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco struck billions of coins, each identical, machine-perfect, flawless to the eye. Yet amid that mechanical perfection, something unexpected crept in. Small chemical reactions during storage, slight irregularities in the protective coating, or microscopic impurities in the copper plating began forming tiny black specks that refused to polish away. At first, Mint officials thought they were ordinary surface blemishes. But then collectors began finding coins with a pattern, distinct, repeatable, artistic even. Each one different. Each one unique. That was the moment when ordinary 2018 pennies became legends. The 2018 Lincoln Memorial penny carries the modern composition, 97.5% zinc core with a 2.5% copper plating. But the black dot variety reveals an almost alchemical beauty. Under magnification, those dots aren't random stains. They are deep, metallic, dark pools formed by a reaction between the copper layer and the zinc core beneath. Some appear around Lincoln's profile, others sprinkle the memorial reverse like aged celestial dust. When you tilt it under light, you see contrast, the warm glow of copper against the cold mystery of black. No other modern penny captures that visual drama. Each spot tells a silent story, a whisper from the minting process itself, and that mystery is what collectors crave. Now here's where it gets electrifying. Out of billions of 2018 pennies struck, only a minuscule fraction show this dark dot phenomenon in a clean, balanced way. Not corroded, not damaged, but preserved like art. Coin forums exploded with photographs, theories, and offers. Numismatic experts inspected dozens, but coins in fine condition, with intact rims and clear details, plus distinct black dot patterning. Those are almost never seen. Across the United States, treasure hunters began checking their 2018 change, their coin rolls from the bank, hoping for that telltale spotted shine. Collectors now speak of these pennies the way they once spoke of double-die errors as the modern marvel of the mint. And now, the part that sends chills down every collector's spine. A coin that cost the government barely a cent to make, a coin you might have dropped in a tip jar, has transformed into a prize worth a fortune. The 2018 Lincoln Memorial penny, with distinct black dots, in fine condition, is commanding an incredible $43,000 in today's market. Yes, $43,000 for a single modern penny. It's real, it's current, and it's verified through ongoing collector demand. Auction listings show prices climbing month by month. Each new discovery ignites a bidding war because no two coins share the same pattern. This isn't fiction, it's happening now, right here in America's living numismatic marketplace. And experts predict these spotted rarities will only grow more valuable as the years pass. So how can you spot one? Grab your 2018 pennies, especially those with the D mint mark, and hold them beneath a white light or phone flashlight. Look for small, perfectly round black or dark brown dots across the surface, particularly near Lincoln's jaw, coat, or the memorial's columns. Avoid cleaning or polishing it, kills collector value. Instead, store it in a dry, soft plastic flip or a certified holder. If you see consistent spotting and the coin's details remain crisp, consider having it graded. A verified 2018 black dot penny, in fine or better condition, is like lightning trapped in copper, rare, mesmerizing, and rising in value day by day. So, here's the truth. The 2018 Black Dot Lincoln Memorial penny reminds us that even the newest coins can hide ancient-level secrets. A coin barely 7 years old, already climbing into the realm of five-figure treasures. It's a reminder that rarity doesn't always live in the past. Sometimes it's jingling in your pocket, waiting for the right eyes to see its worth. The market for these modern marvels is heating faster than anyone expected. Day by day, their value climbs as collectors realize how few remain untouched. This little penny stands as proof that American coin history is still being written, one discovery at a time. So keep checking, keep searching, and keep believing, because your next handful of change could hold a mystery worth tens of thousands of dollars. Stay tuned, because up next, we're stepping into another unbelievable find, one that pushes the limits of what a single cent can be worth. You're watching Rare Coin News USA, your daily source for America's hidden treasures. Subscribe now, hit that bell, and never miss tomorrow's discovery, because the next coin we reveal could be your ticket into numismatic history. Next up, coin number 4, the 1963 Lincoln Memorial penny with gray dots, the silent silver mystery. Just when you think you've seen it all, the copper treasures of the 60s, the strange black-dotted moderns, another penny emerges from the shadows of history, a coin so quiet, so subtle, that most people have handled it without ever realizing they were holding a hidden fortune. Tonight, we travel back to an era before moon landings, before digital mints, before zinc and plating, to a time when copper ruled America's coinage. And in that age, one small anomaly would be born, a penny that would age differently, carrying with it a soft, gray signature that would change its destiny forever. This is the story of the 1963 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, marked by mysterious gray dots, and why collectors across the United States now whisper its name with awe. The year was in 1963. America stood on the edge of transformation. John F. Kennedy was president, optimism filled the air, and the United States. Mint in Philadelphia was working overtime, producing tens of millions of Lincoln Memorial cents. Each coin struck that year carried the proud copper tone that defined an era: 95% pure copper, 5% zinc and tin, a recipe that had served the nation faithfully for decades. But among those endless rivers of gleaming copper cents, something quietly went wrong, or perhaps perfectly right. A few coins, struck under subtle conditions, differences in humidity, heat, or chemical treatment, began to develop a light gray, silvery hue that shimmered over time. Tiny gray dots formed naturally on their surfaces, faint, delicate, ghostly in appearance. And for collectors, that natural transformation became a rare phenomenon. What began as a curiosity would later be recognized as one of the most elusive surface variations in early 1960s Lincoln cents. What makes the 1963 gray-dotted Lincoln penny truly extraordinary is not a minting mistake. It's a natural alchemy that happened only under very specific conditions. Because these coins were still pure copper alloy, they reacted uniquely to their environment over the decades. Some developed a fine gray sheen, others a mist of dark silver freckles, beautiful to look at and utterly unique in formation. Each coin tells its own quiet story. You'll notice under a magnifier, the gray dots tend to form around Lincoln's cheek, the lettering, and the memorial pillars, areas where oxidation meets art. The balance between gray and red tones gives these coins a two-tone brilliance that numismatists adore. It's not damage, it's not corrosion, it's time painting its own masterpiece on the face of American history. Finding one of these 1963 no-mintmark pennies in very fine condition, with its gray-toned dots still visible, the details sharp, and the surface stable, is like uncovering a secret the mint never meant to reveal. Most of the 1963 cents were heavily circulated. They were everyday coins, lunch money, toll change, grocery store jingles. Very few survived in fine or better condition, and fewer still with this soft gray spotting. Collectors across the United States have started calling them the Silver Shadow Lincolns. At major coin conventions, people bring their 1963 pennies under bright white lamps, hoping for that telltale gray shimmer that separates an ordinary cent from a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And every year the competition grows fiercer. Because when rarity meets condition, and condition meets mystery, value explodes. Now the moment that leaves even the experts speechless. Imagine holding a coin that has traveled more than 60 years through American history, still carrying the same gray whisper that time gave it back in the 1960s. A coin that has outlived presidents, wars, and generations, and now stands as a living relic of its time. That 1963 Lincoln Memorial penny with gray dots in very fine condition is now valued at an astounding $78,000 in today's market. Yes, $78,000 US dollars for a single 1-cent piece. That's not a dream. It's the living reality of America's rare coin trade. Collectors are paying premium prices, not just for the rarity, but for the beauty, the story, and the fact that each one of these coins is absolutely unique. The market value is not standing still, it's rising. Auction trends show steady upward movement, and experts agree this is a coin whose value will continue to grow with time. Because every passing year makes the surviving few even rarer. If you are a coin hunter, here is your key insight. Go through your penny jars, your inherited coin boxes, your old coffee cans. Look for 1963 pennies, especially those without any mint mark, meaning struck in Philadelphia, Hold them under natural daylight or a white LED light. If you see soft gray freckles or a silvery layer that doesn't look like dirt or corrosion, stop. That could be your gray dot variant. Do not clean it, polish it, or try to brighten it. That will erase its natural signature. Instead, preserve it carefully in a protective sleeve or coin holder. Collectors are eager for well-preserved examples, and grading services confirm authenticity for these pieces. A single verified specimen can fetch life-changing offers, and yes, values are climbing as we speak. So here's what this coin teaches us. Not every treasure shines bright from the start. Sometimes it hides beneath a soft grey mist, quiet, patient, waiting for the right moment to be discovered. The 1963 no-mintmark grey dotted Lincoln penny is more than a coin. It's a whisper from history, a frozen moment from a copper age that will never return. Its value today, $78,000, is not just about metal, it's about rarity, legacy, and time's secret touch. So keep your eyes sharp, America, because these treasures still exist in the wild, waiting for someone like you to recognize them. And remember, the market for these Lincoln rarities is rising with every sunrise. Don't underestimate it. Don't dismiss it. Because this little coin may just be your piece of hidden American treasure. Stay tuned, because next we're revealing coin number 5, one that experts are calling the modern miracle cent. It's shocking, it's powerful, and it might just be the most valuable find in your entire collection. You're watching Rare Coin News USA, bringing you freshly updated coin discoveries every single day. Subscribe now and get ready, because tomorrow's treasure might already be in your pocket. And now we've arrived at the final chapter of today's treasure hunt, the last, and perhaps the most mind-twisting mystery in our countdown. A coin that hides its value behind an ordinary copper face, but carries a secret that could rewrite the story of your pocket change forever. Music swells with cinematic tension. This one comes from the early 1970s, a time when America was shifting, changing, evolving. And so was its coinage. It's the 1972 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, carrying a mysterious green spot that transformed it from an everyday cent into a collector's obsession. 1972. Richard Nixon was in the White House, gas was only 36 cents a gallon, and the Lincoln Memorial penny was already a household item. But this year's batch had its surprises. Minted in Philadelphia, these cents were struck with the classic Lincoln design on the front and the grand Lincoln Memorial on the back, crafted from 95% copper and 5% zinc, the traditional recipe of true American cents. However, something unexpected began appearing years later. Pennies from this year started showing unusual green oxidation marks that weren't just ordinary aging. On certain pieces, this green tint appeared only on one part of the surface, almost like a birthmark, a minting quirk combined with metal reaction that made these coins visually one of a kind. Most people who found one of these thought it was just corroded. But experts noticed a pattern. Certain 1972 cents with no mint mark and a precise green hue layer showed unique metal layering under magnification. This wasn't random damage, it was chemistry, meeting history. Collectors call it the green veil phenomenon, a subtle discoloration that formed naturally over decades due to the specific environmental mix of humidity and air exposure. It's a reminder that sometimes nature itself leaves a mark that turns a coin into a relic. Finding one in very fine condition, where Lincoln's coat lines are crisp, his hair details are defined, and that rare green hue is still visible, that's like finding a glimmer of emerald in a pile of copper dust. These coins have become a hotbed of excitement in the rare coin community. Collectors across the United States Hunt for these, not only because of their condition, but because they are so unpredictable. Each green spot penny is unique like a fingerprint. No two are the same. That's what drives the demand: authenticity and individuality. And because of that, the market value for this fine condition piece has exploded over the last few years. The buzz around it keeps growing as more collectors realize how few are still in collectible shape. So what's it worth? Hold on tight, because this ordinary-looking 1972 Lincoln cent with no mint mark and its stunning green veil now commands a jaw-dropping $62,000 in the current collector's market. Sound effect, soft, metallic ring. Yes, $62,000. That's not fantasy. That's the real, verified collector demand that's shaking up the coin world today. This isn't a myth. This is an opportunity buried in copper. The market value of this coin keeps climbing every single year, and the treasure hunters know this story isn't over yet. If you want to look for one, inspect your old change carefully. Focus on 1972 pennies without mint marks. Check for a natural green oxidation pattern, especially if the rest of the coin looks smooth and preserved. Avoid cleaning or polishing it that destroys its value. Store it properly, maybe in a clear holder or protective sleeve. And if you are unsure, get it verified by a professional grading service. Remember, in coin collecting, patience pays more than luck. Because every time you open that old coin jar or roll a penny between your fingers, you could be holding a story worth thousands. So there you have it, 5 of the most ultra-rare and unbelievable Lincoln Memorial pennies that are shaking today's market. From the mysterious 1968 no-mint mark to this legendary 1972 green spot beauty, each of these coins proves one thing: treasures still hide in plain sight. Never underestimate the power of a single cent, because one coin can rewrite your story and maybe even change your life. And if you love this hunt through history and hidden fortune, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because here on Rare Coin News USA, we bring you fresh daily updates straight from the heart of America's rare coin market. Stories, values, and mysteries that could be sitting right in your pocket. Voice drops to a calm, dramatic close. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep searching, because the next coin we uncover might just be the one that turns you into the next lucky legend.